Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Soundbytes with me, Codai. So today we'll be looking at a Brazilian DJ who shot onto the scene. His name is Mochakk. I hope I'm spelling that correct. Mochakk. Real name Pedro. So just a wee look at a bit of his background. So he's actually 24 years old. I actually would have expected him to be a bit older. He plays house and techno, tech house. I would kind of put it as tech house that he plays, to be honest. Says he's been DJing since he was 15, started off on hip-hop music, and he read a Twitter post from John Summit, another tech house, I'd say, DJ, who put up a post saying that if you want to progress and want to promote yourself, the best way to do that is by TikTok. And that's how I actually first heard of this guy. I think that's how a lot of people heard of this guy, from that TikTok of him doing the Pausa song. I can't remember the name of that song, but yeah, it just blew up. And then ever since that video came out, now he's DJing all around the world in some of the biggest clubs and festivals. So today I have chosen just the first one that came up on my home screen when I went into YouTube today, and that's Mochakk at Club Space Miami. It says it was released 4 months ago, but I'm actually not sure when it was actually recorded. But let's dive in and see how he gets on. As far as I know, it's very dark. I don't know how often the camera is going to pan in this, but we'll have a look and we'll listen to his song selection and see if a TikTok star lives up to the hype. So here we go. I hate it. Lovely. I love the sound of this kind of warm, bouncy tech house. Club Space with their signature disco balls as well, floating around the place.
Disgusting, animalistic sex.
No comment. You can.
Torture me.
Even she finds it funny, at least.
I like that.
Okay, song is playing alright on the CDJ 3000s. Lovely. Now there's 4 of them plugged in. I'm not sure how many he's going to use. Small bit of dub echo, or maybe even just delay. Very dark. I've chosen a very dark video to try and judge. Okay, so you got your classic reverb there. A lot of dudes in the background having a look around. We're bringing in deck number 1, we're going to say, whilst deck 2 is playing currently, so we must have already been playing. If I've had a look at this, it's actually a 4-hour set, so that's a nice chunky set. Going for that effect again, a little bit of delay. Sounds a little bit clippy. So we can actually see on the street houses there's a lull in the song. And he's looping. So he's looping the deck number 1.
I don't want to have sex.
Good distraction. So we can see the song playing out, so I'm not really sure.
Animalistic sex.
I think he's just very, very slightly playing with the delay. It's a nice track. I do like this track. Kind of like bottle noises, kind of. So he still seems to have them on loop, but I'm finding it very hard to take a look at his mixer and see how many channels are up. By the looks of it, I think it is just 1. So that loop that was on the other one, he's cancelled that. Whether he just turned it down when the camera panned, I'm not sure. So far we've had this track just playing out with some slight delay when he was building it up, and some reverb coming in now, so maybe he's going to bring in his next track. So we have a different bass going, so we must have mixed the basses into the other track. They match well together. That's a good song selection for the first two. I'm just going to make a guess and say that that's Brazilian lyrics. Portuguese, I should say. Maybe someone can confirm for me, I'm not too sure. It still looks like he has one deck on loop. He's fond of that kind of delay filter. His mixer is completely in the reds, one channel is in the red and his master is in the red, so he's kind of blasting it out, which is, I've always found not to be particularly a very good time for DJs. There's no need, like, I'm sure the system's big enough, but maybe it's just not loud enough in his own booth that you think. A lot of DJs would have the perception that, you know, if it's louder it's just going to sound better, but that's not always really the case. Keep your reds down. So he's song select now on deck 2. I imagine he's just going to use the 2 decks, but he has a third track lined into the 4th deck on his right, so you never know. Unfortunately, this is Club Space Miami. I don't think everyone's going to speak Portuguese, so maybe they won't be able to sing along to this one. Obrigado, obrigado, obrigado. That's all I know, I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, in my time personally, I'd say mix in the next song. Seems to have a loop on the next song, so he might be the type of DJ that will loop the start of his tracks of the next one he's going to come in, and then unloop it when he wants it to play. I'm not sure. If you've seen by my previous videos, Peggy Goo also does that with most of her tracks. And he's hitting that filter again, that delay kind of filter. Dobeco, I think it's called. Okay, he's trying to figure out how much more effects can I get on it. No headphones. So he's doing a black coffee on it, he's kind of mid-busting, he's kind of just flicking around. This is signature kind of Mochakk kind of song. He has created his own sound, to be fair. Club Space looks nice and jammers anyway. Whew. I'd be like that girl behind him, I'd be wearing the least amount of clothes possible. Overall, a slightly underwhelming song for me. I think I'd like it to be mixed in and mixed out a little bit quicker. But if you're DJing for 4 or 5 hours, you kind of want it to spread out a wee bit, you know. When you're drunk and you're talking and all that type of stuff like that, for you don't be fucking taking any heed to how long the song is playing out. Well, depends. So it looks like he's bringing in a new track. He's zoomed in on his wave format so we can have a closer look at what's going on. Okay, so bringing it up now a little bit. You can hear the hi-hats coming in the next song. Cutting the bass. Whoa. Okay. Now, it could be my speaker, but it's kind of hard to hear the new bass line. Or maybe he's just using a YouTube rip. Add a little bit of reverb. So you can kind of see the waveform and you know what he's kind of doing there. It's fading out a little bit. I imagine it's going to come in now. So yeah, maybe he is using a YouTube rip. I'm just kidding. Maybe just the bass line just isn't as heavy or my speakers aren't able to pick it up. But the lights are flashing on the loop on the first deck that he was playing on the track that's currently playing, as you can hear. He seems to be using a third deck now, which is number 4 on his right. So overall, it could be only early night yet. Doors could have only opened not so long ago. It is pretty full, but maybe towards the end of the set it might pick up a little bit. What do you guys think? Have you enjoyed this track selection so far? Do you like the dub echo use? And would you listen to the rest of this? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you want me to do any sets online that you think would be cool or for me to review. Okay, nice riser with the reverb. So the song gaining a slight bit of momentum. He loves that filter, so signature Mochakk is the dub echo color effects on the Pioneer mixer. I wonder if he had his own mixer there and he couldn't do it, what it would sound like. He also liked long cutouts in his songs with a voice or just maybe small drum kits going on, as you can hear. And this is how he got famous, his waving hand in the air for TikTok. He should name his next track John Summer. That's all I'm saying. Yes, the phones are out. People know it. I think the Browns are trying to not allow it. Oh no, that could be a DJ's headphones on. I'm not too sure. There must be a good sound system in Club Space anyway, because you can see the vibration look on that camera. So overall, I'm going to give Mochakk a 6.5, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to forward it and maybe do another part of this video later on in the set, because it is 4 hours and I know DJs do let tracks ride out a little bit longer, so it might feel a little less exciting. So I'm going to flick it on a little bit and maybe try it tonight when he maybe gets more drunk and everybody else gets more drunk, that the momentum might pick up a little bit and there might be a little bit more energy. So we'll give him another shot later on in the set. Tune in later.